It's battles here. Yeah, and I'm Fuzzy Cheeseball. Hey, what are you two doing in my studio? Get out. Bloody puppet. Hang on, is this still recording? Oh, okay. Might as well do a podcast.
Who does he think he is?
Liberator X Radio.
The sound you just heard was a tinfoil covered chocolate egg being opened and enjoyed by yours truly. And that can only mean one thing. It's time for Easter Like a Sunday Morn. Good morning and welcome to the show. Now, today is Easter Like a Sunday morning because it is in fact Easter Sunday. And this is a holiday that is celebrated by Christians and pagans alike all around the world for various reasons. But I didn't want to exclude anybody or make anybody feel unwelcome. So it's just across the board. Happy Easter. Hope you're enjoying this fantastic day. Even if you don't believe in Jesus and if you don't believe in God, just appreciate the day off. Just appreciate the holiday with family and friends, or even just a quiet day at home. This program is about relaxing and having an easy Sunday morning. Some of you may have gone to church and you might be listening to this in the afternoon. Some of you, this is going across the world and it's Sunday night when you're listening to it's Saturday night actually, so I apologise for that. Saturday night when you're listening to this, that's fine. If it's a Saturday night, just chillax, relax, slow down. Because it's Easter weekend, if you're going to drink, don't drive. If you're going to drive, don't drink. It's that simple. Because I want to see you on the other end of this holiday, okay? So that's all for me in terms of the introduction. What I'm going to do is get to the news of like what's going on around the place. There is no special guest for the show this week, although several people have let me know that they were interested. If you would like to record in your own home a audio snippet, just saying that you like the show, that you listen to the show, etc., you can record them in your own home and then email me, and then the details will be down below the show. So you just email me, maybe contact me on Facebook and or tweet me, and the contact details are all down below, and let me know that you've prepared something. Okay, it's time for the news. Ding. In the news, Flight 370 has not been found, and they basically found the signal from the black box flight recorder and they'd been tracing it, but the signal would go on, then go off, then go on, then go off, and the latest is that they've lost the signal to the black box flight recorder. So eventually they will find the plane and what happened to it. There's got to be debris somewhere, but they will find it. It might take years, but they will find it. The ocean is a big, big, dark place. Now, what else is happening? Ukraine is worried that Russia, having just annexed Crimea, will have the Ukraine in its sights. You know, is the Ukraine next? And Bulgaria is worried that the pipeline that they had planned to go through all the countries in the area might not go ahead because of maybe possible war and whatever. The United States needs to keep out of it. I'm just saying that. They need to keep out of it. They don't want to stir up too much trouble. I don't know what Vladimir Putin's planning. I just hope it just stops at Korea. Now, there are reports of like Russian soldiers in the Ukraine, outside of Crimea, but actually inside the Ukraine itself. There's even reports of a Russian tugboat off the coast of Florida. So I don't know what it's doing there. but the Americans are accusing it of spying, actually. But okay, so that's world politics. 3 weeks ago, I went to the Oz Comic Con convention, and it was absolutely fantastic. It was cram-packed. I had a video that I made of it. If you've never been to a comic convention, they are massive in the States. And they're not just for people who like comic books, they're for people who like all sorts of science fiction and modern stuff, right? So if you like The Walking Dead, or if you like a certain TV show, there will people be dressed up as those characters. Doctor Who, Star Trek, Star Wars, you name it, Stargate even. There's people dressed up as all sorts of characters. There's a life-size TARDIS there. I'm friends with the guys behind the Dalek Builders Union. There was a scale Cyberman there. You know, you name it. Sorry for the clicking sound. There's all sorts of stuff there. You need to go down there. What I did find, because what I do is I go there and I network, and I find, and I'll try and support local artists in Adelaide and in Australia, just to get them off their feet, onto their feet and off the ground, and on the ball, get them running, right? Get the ball rolling and get them running. Oh, getting my mixed metaphors happening today. Anyway, I found a company called thepuppetworkshop.com, and I will be buying puppets through them exclusively because they're cheaper than buying them overseas, and supporting a local business at the same time. Do check out their website, thepuppetworkshop.com, and they do handmade puppets, and it takes a couple of weeks for them to make, and some of these things are like 3 foot tall life-size dog puppets. I won't be doing that. Excuse the coughing. I'll be just doing smaller hand puppets, but they do articulation, they do eyebrows that move and all that sort of stuff. Fantastic value. So do check them out. And just recently I found out that King Ciggy, a YouTuber here, has lost a couple of his channels. YouTube shut them down. I don't know why, but from what I can gather, the emails that King Ciggy has said that there were numerous violations of the community guidelines. Now, I didn't see that myself, so I don't know what's going on there. I think that more likely it would be a massive flagging campaign by the people that don't like him. They're jealous of his success for some reason. And that happens here on YouTube. That's rather nasty. Rather nasty stuff indeed. And we just hope that that sort of stuff can be put to an end. We will find out who did this, and unfortunately it's not going to be pretty for that person. I'm not threatening, I'm not involved, but I do support the underdogs, the people that are being attacked unfairly. King Ciggy is well loved in the community. He has a new channel, and you can all go over and subscribe to that if you were following his videos before. He does response videos. He's part of the YouTube community. So the link to that channel will be down below. And that's it for the news. Ding. I just wanted to thank everybody who expressed an interest in being on the show on Facebook. And if you would like to be on the show, the easiest way for me, right, is for you guys to record your own audio at home, just saying how much you like the show. Just say, I listen to DJ Liberator X, or I'm a fan of Easy Like a Sunday Morn. Then I can email it to me, and then I can use it. If you want to email that to SHANE_LOCKWOOD that's Shane_Lockwood@hotmail.com, and I can include it in the show at my discretion, of course. But I need sound bites. People saying the show's either fantastic or it sucks or something like that. Anything, doesn't matter whether it's good, bad or indifferent, I want you on the show. Because I've been trying to organise Skype interviews, and it's a bit hard to do it with people overseas because things happen. There's a million reasons why they don't want to do it, or there's an excuse that comes up, or I've got to ask my boyfriend, or I'm studying in Japan, or there's this and that happening, or I've got to go to the shops or whatever. So there's all sorts of excuses and things happening for people not doing it. I will, I think, do an interview with Mum's the Witch, but there's no promises there. We've discussed it, and hopefully that'll come to fruition. But I wanted to thank you once again for listening. If you have listened to the show this far, and let's see, about 11, 12 minutes in, do leave me a tweet on Twitter at SHAIDO. It's at Shido on Twitter, if you have an account on Twitter. If you don't know what Twitter is, it's like Facebook, only it's just the Facebook status limited to 140 characters. It's an easier way of getting a message across to someone without having to wade through all the memes and all the photos and all the rest of it. So that's Twitter. If you want to be on Skype, contact me on Skype so that we can have an interview. Then you go to Skype, you download Skype, you set up an account, and then you add me on TheShaneLockwood. That's TheShaneLockwood on Skype, and we can have a chat on here. There's a few people that said they wanted to be a part of the show. I've yet to hear back from anybody regarding this, so do jump in. The first in, first served. Once again, I want to say thank you to Lynn from Canada, because she was the first through Skype to do this back when I was just testing the program, and that was a live recording, and it was not very professional at all, but it was a fairly decent interview. Very interesting, in fact. And the other second interview was with Gaza. And I'm not sure, but I don't think I've got the rest of the footage, the audio from when we were setting up and organising, and then my hard drive ran out of space, and then I had to start again, had to delete a whole heap of old video files, and just to get some RAM so I could record this. So anyway, that's what you need to do if you want to be a part of the show, and I would like to have you on the show, and because this is like a community show. I've been told that there's a few people that don't actually listen. That's fine, fair enough. But there are 30 listens just in the last day of the Depression special, which is absolutely fantastic. So I want to say thank you to all those that listen to the show. I think a few of those were mine, but accidentally clicking on it. Excuse that. I'm just getting constant emails, barraged of emails, and you'd think at 4 o'clock in the morning people wouldn't be sending me emails, but that's the internet. It's a global phenomenon, and it's just an ad for Farmville too. And I'm not interested in Farmville or any other games like that. I do play Jelly Crush, I think. Jelly Splash, actually, yeah. I like Jelly Splash, it's not bad. It's halfway through the podcast, and it's this point that I do several things. One is what I mentioned, the secret word, the catchphrase for the program, and that'll be a little bit later on because I haven't thought of it yet. And I will give special shout outs and a call to action. Now, you know what these are. Calls to action are where I ask you to do things for me very nicely, and pretty pleased with sugar on top. So before I do anything, a special shout out for Big Dumb Mike for letting me use the "Who does he think he is?" and the "Liver X" little sound bites. Battles and Fuzzy Cheesebull jumped in. I wish they wouldn't use my studio. They should have asked. but they're included in as well. I've got to give them a mention, otherwise they get upset, and then I never hear the end of it. I want to thank everybody who's listened to the show so far and is supporting the show and is sharing this program around on your various social networks. This is fantastic, and especially Mums the Witch. She's done quite a fair bit of sharing my program around, especially those who enjoyed the depression special. Another thank you to Gaza J Spennies, because I found the audio that I was looking for. I think I've seen the video files. I'll have to go back and just make sure that I've got them. But hopefully next week that means there'll be another depression special, or at least another interview with Gaza J Spennies. I'll have to go through, make sure I've got the material, then check the material, see that what's suitable and what isn't, and then I'll pre-package it and we'll have it up as a podcast for you guys. Now, a call to action. Thank you very much for everybody who has thumbed up this video on YouTube or hit the love heart button on Spreaker. Nobody's actually done that yet. If you have a Stitcher account, and I know there are people in my friends list who have a Stitcher account, please, 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 pretty please, sugar on top, press the plus button, and what that does is it adds that to your playlist, right? So you will never miss an episode. As I upload them to Spreaker, they will get transferred straight across to Stitcher. And if SoundCloud, YouTube, all these other social media networks, and I'm actually adding the show to Mixcloud as well. I have to do that manually. There's no way of transferring it across, right? But the thumbs up is what is needed. And also, I will ask you, please, pretty please, I need, or would like, but I need 5 reviews, 5 written reviews, and a rating on a Stitcher account page that I will link to down below, because if I get 5 reviews, just 5 reviews, Stitcher then takes my show seriously, and then they put it as a thing on. They can start promoting it on Stitcher. Okay, and if like the depression special, it's important. It needs to be promoted. If you want it out there, then please fill out the review form. I can't remember the address offhand, but I will put a link to it down below. So if you're listening to this through YouTube, you will find the link down below. If you're listening to this through Spreaker, you'll find the list down below. I've thanked everybody. Okay, so if you have any ideas for improvements to the show, please, by all means, leave feedback. If you hate the show, leave feedback. Tell me why you hate it. If you love the show, tell me why you love it. If you hate it, tell me why you hate it. But I need feedback. That's the call to arms section. And I clicked again, didn't I? Let's see, what else? That only leaves the secret word. And I think the word today is flammable. I repeat, flammable is the secret word for today. And I hope that your Easter morning is not flammable. I hope mine isn't. Gee whiz. Anyway, that is all for me today. Have a really, really pleasant Easter. I do want to see you on the other side of the holiday. Drink safe, drive safe. That's all for me today. Bye for now. See you next week. You've been listening to
Liberated X Radio.